Level 1, Lesson 13, Writing a Procedure. In this lesson, we will talk about procedures and answer these questions. What is a procedure, and when will I need to read one or follow one? What are the characteristics of a good procedure? Let's begin here. What is a procedure, and when will I need to read one? You actually read procedures and follow them all the time. Procedures are a list of instructions. For example, here's a recipe for berry oatmeal muffins. That is a procedure. You also read procedures when you play a new board game, like Monopoly. And you watch and listen to procedures when you watch an online tutorial for playing a game like Fortnite. We use procedures in school also. In math, you might learn the procedure for solving a quadratic equation. In science class, you might carry out an experiment like this one from your Edge book. In a science experiment like this, there is some background information in the introduction. It gives you an idea of the topic or theme of the experiment. Then you find the purpose or the reason why you are doing this experiment. Next, you find a list of materials and equipment. Just a side note, this procedure shows measurements in the imperial system with pounds, inches, teaspoons, cups, miles. That's what we use in the US, but in science classes in the US, the metric system is what is taught. And that's the system you are probably familiar with grams, meters, and liters. After you receive the introduction, the purpose, and the materials and equipment, then you get to the steps of the experiment. Steps are listed in numerical order, step 1, step 2, so they're easy to follow. What also makes steps easy to follow is that there are usually pictures or simple drawings to show the actions. In terms of writing, actions are given in command form: put, blend, pour, add. Sometimes in an experiment, longer explanations are added to help you understand the reasons behind the experiment. You might also find additional illustrations just to make the procedure or the process even clearer. Now that you know what a procedure is, let's answer this question. What are the characteristics of a good procedure? So well-written procedures have certain characteristics. They have accuracy, organization, images, and clarity. Let's look at this procedure or recipe for making chocolate chip cookies. So for accuracy, we expect the measurements and actions to be correct. Do you think it makes sense for a family to have a metric ton of butter? That's probably not right. Organization means that the actions are listed in the correct order. Here, the steps I need to take first are written at the end of the procedure. That's not very helpful. Images. Good procedures have drawings or pictures to show and make clear the steps that may be confusing. And finally, clarity. Words and pictures should be clear. You should know exactly what to do. Here it says put the dough on the cookie sheet. Well, how? Do I put all of it in one place? Do I separate it? Do I roll it into a ball? What do I do? Here's a better version of that same recipe or procedure for making chocolate chip cookies. In terms of accuracy, we now have 1 cup of butter. That is the correct measurement. In terms of organization, we have the first steps listed first. Here we also have an image which shows exactly how to put the dough on the cookie sheet. And we also have a written description that's very clear, showing how to put the dough on the cookie sheet. Great job! Be sure to check the module for this week's assignments.